Greetings once again, my friends, and happy Thursday, especially happy Thursday after vacation. So thank you guys so much for your patience as I tried to give you guys as much content as possible, but by the time I was on vacation, I had not really been able to post-commentate any videos for Final Fantasy VIII, so thank you for sticking with me. But I'm back. We're back from vacation. We're properly rested, rejuvenated, recharged, all that fun stuff. And we're continuing on in the Tomb of the Unknown King. And it looks like I'm lost. I promise I'm not. I know where I'm going. I promise I do, people. In fact, here is one of the areas that we actually need to go to, is the drawbridge. Now, thankfully, you can use a save point here just in case things got difficult, but since I don't have any encounters going on, it's not really a big issue for me. But that's one of the objectives here. You have to lower a drawbridge and also, I believe it's open up the door or unlock the door, and then you can go into the central area of the Tomb of the Unknown King, which has not only a revisit of the boss that we just barely took on, but also his older brother. I'm not remembering them off the top of my head, or remembering their names off the top of my head, but we will be taking him on in the next little bit. And yeah, once again, thanks so much for the support that some people actually were given to me because of this vacation that I took. It was very helpful. I really do appreciate it. It was also kind of weird because I tried to vacation, I really did. But there were actually a couple of life situations that got in the way. For example, I had to go and get my wife a new car. We actually got into an accident the first day of my vacation, and unfortunately the car we thought was going to be totaled, but and therefore we had to go and get a new car pretty soon. So I had to do that. Some people might argue that apparently I don't know how to vacation. I would say you're probably right. Because that happened out of nowhere. But thankfully, we're all fine from it. We also did have some other medical circumstances that happened along the way. That's actually kind of why last week's podcast from this episode was delayed, is because even though I said we would be back by this date, we actually had, oh geez, the first week it was like tons of internet issues, I believe. And then, no, actually it might have been something else medical too, now that I'm thinking about it. That's what I'm saying. Apparently I don't know how to vacation, because that's when crap hits the fan. But thankfully we got through it. I actually did get to relax, so for those who are worried about that, it was able to happen. Don't worry too much. Oh jeez, this tomb it takes forever. It really does. And I mean, thankfully I know like my ins and outs of how to get around the tomb and not have to worry so much about getting lost in the tomb. So this is kind of my example, is I wanted to go outside first because now I know that I can just go straight into the center, and I wanted to save just before my encounter. But thankfully, well, once again, this whole area is optional. You don't have to do it. Eventually, you could get this GF later on in the game. I'm just going to point that out. But it's easier to have it now, especially since there are some good benefits that do come from it. You gotta once again remember, it's not just getting the summon in this game. It's also getting all of the listed abilities that you can level up and therefore gain other traits for your characters in this game. That's why you want these as early as you can get them. And there it is. That's the central area of the Tomb of the Unknown King. Are we gonna go and meet the Unknown King? Maybe? Maybe? In fact, actually, I'm going to be prepping for him, because I'm going to be moving my float over to Renoa. That will be very helpful, as you guys will see in this hot minute. Here we go. So there's our buddy.
You back again?
Okay.
Took it easy on you last time, but not this time. This time my big bro is with me. Now's your chance to run away, man.
Okay. Man, this guy's a major idiot. Good thing you said that in your head.
Bro!
That's Sacred, and then we also have Minotaur. Yeah, bro? Yeah, that's not a big brother.
Yo, bro! These guys crashed the tomb! Plus, they attacked me!
Oh, really? They attacked you? Well, not bad for a human. Wow, so the Elder is smaller?
Yo, bro! They're making fun of us!
Foolish little humans. I'll show you not to judge a book by its cover. All right, and so this is the bonus encounter that you can get in the Tomb of the Unknown King. You take on both Sacred, the bigger one, and Minotaur. And Minotaur, along with, I think we get some additional abilities from Sacred, a lot of the stuff that's going to happen is based in earth magic. Hence why I moved over Float. Because then at that point, I can give myself a no damage advantage in this fight. Oh. But let's just go ahead and start casting Float on my party. See, there we go. So now Squall cannot be hurt by any of his earth-based attacks. He could still get physically whomped, which this guy does have a lot of physical damage. But thankfully, I've also been working very hard on that, and so I can kind of hit about as hard as he can. At least with Squall. Zell and Renoa, probably not so much. We might have to rely on GFs for them, but the bottom line is, their earth attack can do a lot of damage, so I'm not even worrying about that until everybody is in the air. And then maybe I might rig things so that Squall gets into a limit state. But once again, happy Thursday, everybody. I hope everybody had a good month of July as I was off on vacation and wasn't able to talk to you guys. I hope you all had a wonderful July and were able to celebrate holidays or be able to spend time with family, which is pretty much kind of what I did, along with other crises. And it was very helpful. It was a very big recharge to my batteries. So I thank you guys for being patient with me. I know a few people weren't, and I do apologize for that, but in the end, I think it's going to be for the better for everybody. And in fact, I do have a couple of other videos that might cover, because while I was on vacation, I also considered some changes to the channel and also just to accommodate for current life situations. I will detail them in that video, but yeah, it was not just a time for me to recharge. It was also for me to figure a few things out, especially in regards to YouTube and my family and my other commitments. So you guys will get that video very soon, just kind of explaining where I'm at. And hopefully it might be disappointing for some, but I am going to try and keep things going because I do like doing content on YouTube. And here's the Mad Cow special. So this is an earth-based attack. Missed. But if we didn't have Float, that would have hurt a lot. Probably would have killed both the GFs I have out right now. But yeah, it's basically just an update video to explain, how to accommodate everything and shape everything around all my commitments in life. And even, unfortunately, this is where some people might get upset, reducing some of them. Because one thing I did realize on vacation is that considering where my life is right now, how old my kids are, and other factors, I need to rearrange the time that I'm spending throughout the week. Which means that some fun things unfortunately have to go. Boom! Okay, Shiva, do your best. Let's see if we can get another 400 out of this. 370 and 354 is not bad. Now, real quick tip, if you want to single target damage this fight down, I would tell you focus on Minotaur. Minotaur is the bigger threat here. Sacred is pretty much what you fought in the last encounter with him. I think he had a couple of additional abilities, but as soon as you take out Minotaur, the Mad Cow, I don't think the Mad Cow special happens anymore. But of the two, he is definitely more of a threat. So boom, okay. 276, is that enough? No. So Sacred is still up and is still going to be hammering us pretty hard. Ooh, but now I have Squall in range of limit breaks. Sadly, I don't have additional limit breaks. That's one thing that might irritate a few people is... I thought about when I began this playthrough of trying to get all the weapons so you guys can see all of the various limits, but it is technically better to just kind of wait until the final weapons, and therefore you have everything open to you, specifically entailing Squall. There are other ways to be able to get limit break attacks for other characters, but specifically for Squall, it's based around his weapons. Ah, crap, Zell's dead! Renzakoken! You bastard, you killed Zell! Rough Divide! Boom! His weakest limit, and it still does quite a bit of damage. Alright, that's Sacred, or Minotaur. The rest is up to you, bro! And now we just have to deal with Sacred. And we have to worry about Squall possibly dying. But hopefully we get out another Renzakoken. That would be very helpful. Let's bring up Zell. Ow! And there goes Squall. Okay, well, we gotta bring Squall back, because Squall's our physical attack. Cast Life! That's why I don't have to pay through my magic. I can just steal it from him and use it. Hi, Zell! Ugh. I'm a little drunk there. Okay, so cast Life and cast it on Squall. Ow. And I might have to at least heal Zell. I'm not worried about getting his limits just yet. He'll get better as we go along in the game. But I definitely want Renzakoken. Renzakoken is so helpful. Alright. There we go, Renzakoken. Will this be enough? Bam, 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 bam! Rough Divide! $500.
The brothers defeated. I guess we'll join ya.
Yay, and everybody got experience. Oh wait, we don't want experience in this game. Oh good, we got 0. Ha! That's one of the things I do like about some of these summon encounters. There's 0 experience. Alright, so now we have the new GF, Brothers. It's an Earth-based GF, but also comes with a lot of tanky features. You are quite the powerful ones to defeat the 2 brothers. Thanks to you, I am now free from this cramped stone coffin. However, there's something I have been thinking of for a very long time. This must be the Unknown King. Is it really necessary to entomb those traveling to the other world? After such a long and tiring journey through life? Alright, so we get the Minotaur card. And the cards will come into play later. Like, if you wanted to do the triple triad in this game, you could, and you could get a lot of benefits from it. But you don't this is why I like the fact that you're not tied to it. You could still get a lot of those huge benefits from drawing from monsters out in the world. Or mugging, or, like trying to steal from them, things like that. The cards are just an added bonus, because if you use the card mod, you can then augment them into 100 of a very rare item. And that's very helpful later on, as you guys will see. Okay, so that's all the stuff that we need to do for the Tomb of the Unknown King. It's time for us to head back to Deling City. And this is pretty much going to start up the events of the end of Disc 1. So unlike Final Fantasy VII, this was a 4-disc game. And, in my opinion, is way more proportioned than 7 was. In my honest opinion, Disc 1 went way too far, in all honesty. And some of that stuff should have been moved to Disc 2 just to fill it out, and then 3 could have been the bonus content. And people might have noticed that I did a magic cut. I actually was off grinding a little bit, getting some abilities from Brothers. Because like I said, he's got a lot of tanky-based abilities, so you get a lot of HP upgrades, and you can officially get the Defend command from him. Which, I mean, if you're playing this for the first time, it's probably not a horrible thing to put on Squall, I mean. And no, Kingdom Hearts fans, I'm not calling him Leon. He's Squall. So let's go ahead and wait for the bus. Caraway's mansion? Yes. So we finally have what is necessary for us to get into Caraway's mansion. Again, it's really early on in the tomb. If you don't want to do it, you can just come back. But you don't get access to the Tomb of the Unknown King at that point, I believe. And you have to wait until much later in the game to get Brothers. Yes? What is it? Ready to answer. So, I have to actually remind myself of what it was. So I think it's 3, 2, 1. Not hard. Or, yeah. No, that's right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3? That's correct. Please, right this way, sir. Cool. We have proven our worth to General Caraway. Not sure if that was worthwhile, but we did it. Both Bloom and Galbadia Gardner joining forces with the general from Galbadian army? Why? There's no point in me thinking about it, okay? Seeds aren't meant to question why. So why are you doing it, numbnuts? Is my contract still in effect? What is it this time? Don't leave me in this house, okay? Do you want me to explain why? This might take a while! You should know by now. Just tell us what to do, and we'll do it. Okay then. Thanks. Alrighty then. So, really quick, we're gonna save. Because this is one of those point of no return deals. You will anchor yourself into the events of the end of Disc 1. So, if you still had stuff to do, now would be a good time to save and go do it. But now, we have entered the point of no return. Yay, we're all here and we're waiting for a general that likes to make us wait. Because he thinks he's all important and all that. Ugh. He's making us wait quite a bit. He is, in fact. What's taking so long? I don't know, Selfie, but unfortunately you guys are going to have to wait until next week. When we come back, we will meet with General Caraway and figure out this huge plan that they have in store for the sorceress.